Workplace and task execution window. In this block, we are going to learn about the workplace and the task execution window that is part of the configuration of the personal tasks. Let's see what the task execution window is. We are going to see the difference between indicating the size in the form or using a task execution window when configuring a personal task. The task execution window is first defining a structure environment and then, once created, can be used as many times as it is necessary in the personal tasks. We use a task execution window called complete that I had previously created when we were learning about the personal tasks. Now we are going to learn how to create a new one. It is composed of 1 to 3 spaces that can be dedicated to the form and instructions. It can have 1 space, 2 or 3, and they can have different sizes. Size defined in the form when we create it. After that, we can add the contents like comment log and instructions in the task configuration. The difference is clear. In the task execution window, we can have the comment log and instructions directly. In the form, we can have them too, but adding a comment log type of term and adding the instructions to the task too. We will see the difference in a minute. For example, we cannot use an execution window in the IM or EM events, so we will have to do it the other way. We have a comment log type of field, so it will be easy to add it to the form. As for the instructions, we can add them to the form using a complement, a rich multiple line type of term, etc. How to create a task execution window. We have here the comment log, the form and the instructions. And we can do different combinations, okay? We can combine this in different ways. Firstly, in the distribution, we need to select the model. Like this, we can have 3 columns, 3 rows, etc. Once we have done that, in the section, when we have just one element, okay, which in this case is the form, we only have to indicate a percentage. So if we choose 50%, for example, okay, the other 50% will be for the rest of the elements, okay, in this case for comment log and instructions. But if we have 2 elements in the same column or row, the sum of the percentage has to be 100. So we can have 50-50, 70 and 30, etc. Here we have an example. In this case, we can see that the instructions area is a bit smaller than the comment log, okay? But B and C must add up 100 in the height. Instructions. The instructions can contain rich text, images, backgrounds, tables, videos, audios, thanks to the powerful editor provided by Aura Portal that is describing the documentation on dynamic forms. A new window appears to define the form that has to be filled out by the appointed performer. Comment logs displays who and when each participant was involved in a task under comments. As many comment logs as desired can be created for each class or process. Let's go to the application now to create a task execution window. So for that, we have to go to Structure, Processes, and let's go to Demo, Gateways and Tasks, Personal Task. And here, okay, we have 2 options. The 2 options we have been talking about. We have indicate size in form, a predefined format. In here we have this task execution window that we created before, okay? But I'm going to create a new one, okay, and change it. So for that, I have to go to Structure. So let's go to Structure, Processes, Environment, okay? And here I can create a new one. As you can see, here is the one that we had in the personal task right now, and we're going to create a new one. So I'm going to name it Complete to Demo 1900. In height, I want to put 800. And then here I can choose. Okay, I can choose the percentage and where I want everything. So I'm going to choose form first. I'm going to choose 70%. Then instructions, and it's going to be 30. And then command log, okay, it's going to be 40. And I'm going to choose model 5, okay? I want the form here and then instructions and command log. So if I click on save, okay, we can see that a window pops out saying the sum of B and C has to be equal to 100. As we said before, okay, if two elements share space, the height has to be 100. So 30 and 40 are 70. So I need to change this one to 70. So this way it adds up 100. Save and exit. Okay, and now that we have created, we can go back to the process and change it. Personal task 1, and here, okay, we're gonna get rid of complete. I'm gonna select the one we just created and save. Okay, as we have said before, now we have the task execution window. Okay, so we will need a command log and a text for the instructions. Obviously the instructions we could have a rule or a panel, but I'm gonna leave it as a text. Okay, I'm just gonna change the instructions. I'm gonna change the text, that's all. Okay, open, manage, finish, and save and exit. As for the command log, okay, we have a command log we created before, but I'm gonna add a new one. Create command log, and I'm gonna name it command log demo. Save, accept selection. Okay, and now if I wanted to delete this one, I have to deselect it first, because otherwise it won't let me. Okay, and now I can delete it. Now we have created the task execution window and command log, and we have configured the instructions. Okay, I'm gonna go to the IM form, as I have a command log field where I selected the general command log before. Okay, and I need to change it to the one we just created. So save and exit, and let's go to the form, command log, and as we can see here, okay, we're going to choose the one we just created now. Save and exit, and save and exit. If we go back to the personal task, okay, as I created now a task execution window, I will need the command log thing, okay, because we have one included here. So I'm going to go to the form and delete it. So I can get rid of this command log. Okay, and maybe I can move this way. Save and exit. And save and exit. Let's go to execution now. Okay, and let's start the process. Let's start the day. Task, subject, and let's add something in the command log as well. Written in the IM command log, okay, and start the process. Now if I go here, I can see that everything has changed. Okay, so if I see this, I can see the form, the instructions, and the command log, and what we have written, okay, in the starting event. And as we can see, we could maybe think that the form is a bit bigger. So for that, we will have to go to structure again, processes environment, and then we could change it. Like, for example, if I think the form is a bit bigger, I could change it to 60, for example. So 60, save and exit. And if we go to my tasks, I can see that it's a bit smaller. Okay, if I go here, we have made it a bit too big. Anyway, we can change it later on. Here, I could add another comment, okay? So we can add written by AP1, or maybe just first execution, save. And we can see, okay, how the command log keeps adding the stuff, and finish. If we go to reports now, I can see, okay, that although we have finished, as we selected task, it has come back there. Okay, as we are AP1, we could actually perform the task from here. Okay, if we were AP2, we could only see the task, but as we are AP1, we can actually execute it from here. So let's add a second comment maybe. Written by AP1 second execution. And now let's select task with event and finish. Okay, so if I go here and refresh, we can see that now, as we have selected task with event, has come here. Okay, and again, as I am the appointed performer, I could do it from here. So I'm gonna go here, TP2, and here we can see that we only have a form, okay, that we didn't add a task execution window. Again, we could add anything if we wanted, and we could finish it. One thing that we have here that is not correct is that we didn't go to the form and change the comment log. So this one is the general one. That's why we don't have everything we have been writing. So we need to go and change it, okay? Because here we have the general one and we want the comment log demo. Okay, to do that, we just need to go to structure and the process. Structure, process, and in TP2 form, we can go here, okay, and change it. As you can see, we have the one we had before, or we want the new one. Save and exit. Save and exit. And if we refresh here, we can see now, okay, the comment log. We can see all the comments that we have been adding to the comment log demo. And this should be all for the video about the workplace and task execution window. Now it's your turn to do part 6.